Here's when winning doesn't work. There is a moment that almost nobody talks about. You work, you grind, sacrifice, you build, and you win. And you hit the number. You exit the business. You finally make real money. Not 6 figures, 7 or more. And for one brief second, you feel what you thought was freedom. But then comes the silence. And something really weird happens. You don't feel joy. You don't feel proud. You feel numb. You stare at your bank account, the one that you fantasized about for many, many years. But you then think to yourself, why does this feel so hollow? Because of this. Being rich does not fix what got broken while you were building. Hear that again. No one warns you about this stage. They tell you how to hustle, how to scale, how to win, but what they don't tell you is how to feel again once you actually get there. They don't tell you that hitting your goals might not heal the burnout, or that freedom doesn't automatically rebuild your identity, or that the grind can leave you emotionally bankrupt, even if your net worth is solid. This is the part where founders quietly spiral. You overwork out of habit and not necessity. You keep building even when there's nothing left to prove. You chase more, not because you need it, but because standing still feels unbearable. So the problem isn't necessarily your strategy, it's that success no longer soothes you. And if you're not careful, you're going to convince yourself that the answer is more success. But here's what I've learned. And this is what this entire video is going to be about. What you're craving is not another win. It's integration. It is the ability to live, work, and earn in a way that doesn't tear you apart, that makes you feel whole, not just productive, that lets you build something real without losing yourself again. So, let's cover this. Let's talk about the hidden emotional cost of ambition and why it haunts so many high earners. Right? This is the invisible damage behind high performance. High performers, they're at their best when they're hiding pain. You've been conditioned to push through, outperform, over-deliver. You don't complain. You don't rest. You handle it. But over time, this becomes your identity, and you start mistaking pressure for purpose. And that is the invisible damage. You get rewarded for behavior that's quietly wrecking you. You work the 12-hour days and people call you disciplined. You ignore your emotions. And people say you're stoic. You win at all costs, and they call you elite. Meanwhile, your nervous system is fried. Your relationships are shallow or strained. Your creativity is gone, and your joy, even if you ever had it, is buried under layers of tension. You spent so long chasing outcomes that you forgot how to feel alive without them. This is why rich people burn out. It's not because of the money isn't good, okay? It's because the person they became to earn it isn't sustainable. So you built a machine that really only runs on cortisol. And now even when you don't need to push anymore, you can't stop. And that's not freedom. That's not anything positive. It's emotional addiction. This is the scary part, guys. Most high performers, they don't even realize that this is happening until something breaks. Maybe a health scare, a marriage collapsing, a business that you suddenly can't stand, or even worse, an inner collapse that no one really sees. And because you've never been taught exactly how to slow this down without losing status, you keep playing this game that's killing your spirit. But it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Because once you understand this pattern, once you see it for exactly what it is, you can start building something entirely different. A business that sustains you. A day that doesn't drain you. a life that actually feels like yours again. So how are you going to accomplish that? Well, let's talk about the first real key to peace, okay? It's separating some of the things from what hurts. This is how you stop bleeding for every single dollar. One of the hardest lessons you can learn is this: not all income is worth it. Some money costs too much. It costs your weekends, it costs your sleep, your ability to be present with your family, your self-respect. And yet most founders are going to keep bleeding for it because suffering, it became their standard. They've confused hard with necessary, pain with progress, sacrifice with virtue. This is the shift that saved me. You don't need to earn in ways that destroy you. I used to say yes all the time to basically anything that paid well. Big retainers, high pressure clients, complex deliverables. And on paper, it really looked great. Every single month I was getting paid to betray myself. And the deeper truth, I liked being needed. I liked being the fixer. I liked proving that I could handle all of the chaos. And that validation was just as addictive as the cash. So the question is, how do you stop bleeding for every single dollar? Well, it starts with one question. Would I still do this work in this way if I didn't need the money? If the answer is no, then you're not really earning. You are performing. From there, you simplify. You identify what's both valuable and energetically sustainable. You repackage it. You raise the floor. You make peace the metric, not just revenue. It might mean making less, temporarily, but what you gain back in vitality, clarity, and time is worth more than an extra few grand. And paradoxically, once you stop bleeding for every single dollar, you start attracting better dollars. The calm ones, the aligned ones, the clients who actually respect your boundaries because they see you respecting yourself. So, let's keep going here. This is the exact framework that I used to rebuild my business into a calm income machine, one that pays well and it lets me breathe. Let's get into it. This is the calm income framework that really changed my entire life. So let's talk about something that most business advice skips. You can earn well without scaling chaos. You don't need 10 offers. You don't need 12 funnels. You don't need a 40-person team. What you need is one thing, a repeatable path that delivers money, meaning, and margin. That's what I call a calm income framework. It's not passive. It's not lazy. It's just honest about what actually works and what actually wears you down. So here's how mine is structured. All right? 1, the anchor offer. One offer that I can deliver in my sleep. No performance, no prep, no pressure. For me, it's my $249 a month community plus CRM. So for you, it might be coaching, advisory, productized services, or premium digital IP. The key, it feels light and it delivers heavy value. Number 2, the authority flywheel. This is how you show up. One platform, one cadence, one voice. So for me, that's a number of LinkedIn posts a week, 1 to 2 long-form YouTube videos. I actually do more than that. I don't play algorithm games, okay? I play trust games because calm income is fueled by quiet authority, not vanity metrics. Number 3, the energy filter. This really changed everything, okay? Every single new project, client, or opportunity, it's got to pass these 2 tests. Will this drain me? Will this destabilize my calendar? Just those 2. If it's yes to either, I don't care how lucrative it is. It is a no. This is how you preserve your capacity and keep your business livable. Once I actually locked this in, everything shifted. I made fewer decisions, I had more creative energy, and I finally had space to think. and I started loving what I built again. You do not need to blow up your entire life to build a calm income. You just need to stop borrowing energy from your future self. Now I'm going to show you exactly how this framework gave me back something even more valuable than money: my freedom. So here's what freedom actually feels like, and this is how you get it back. Let's be honest, folks. Most people chasing freedom, they don't want freedom. They want permission to stop suffering. They think freedom means not necessarily working, but what they really want is to stop resenting the way they work. I've been there. I thought financial freedom was the finish line, but all it gave me was more time to sit with all the parts of myself that I had been avoiding. And let me tell you something. Time without peace, it's just a louder prison. So what does real freedom feel like? It feels like waking up without anxiety. It feels like choosing what to work on and when. It feels like trusting your business to run without you and without you panicking. And it feels like knowing that you don't have to chase anymore, because what you've built, it's already enough. Real freedom is psychological. It's nervous system level. It's emotional sobriety. It's clarity without chaos. And how do you get it back? 1, define what you're actually trying to feel, not what you want to earn, what you want to experience. Is it peace? Is it purpose? Is it presence? Power? Name it. 2, audit the costs of your current path. What is leaking energy? What's draining your joy? What are you tolerating because it pays? 3, design for safety, not scale. Build systems that don't just deliver revenue, but they restore your humanity. 4, replace dopamine with depth. Not every win needs to go viral. Some wins feel best in private. So this is the full circle truth. You do not need to escape your business. You just need to reshape it around how you want to live, feel, and grow. I am not here to sell you a dream. I'm here to remind you that you are allowed to design a life that doesn't require you to numb out in order to survive it. So if this speaks to you, subscribe to the channel, stay close, check all the links below to join the community of all the others doing the same thing. Because you are not the only one. You're just one of the first brave enough to actually say it out loud. See you guys in the next one.